In the bustling streets of downtown St. Andrews in New Brunswick, Canada, two teenagers, Jaden Petipaz and Aiden Hart, stumbled upon a captivating scene. A crowd had gathered around a car, their focus fixed on an unusual sight, a distressed creature trapped beneath it. Curious, the teenagers approached and were astonished to find that it wasn't just any ordinary squirrel in distress. To their surprise, the tiny creature was ensnared in foam insulation, the kind used for sealing gaps in homes. It appeared that the squirrel had inadvertently become entangled while the insulation was still wet, rendering it immobile as it dried into a confining shell. Moved by compassion, Jaden and Aiden recognized the dire situation the squirrel faced. Aware of the urgent need for intervention, they rushed to a nearby grocery store, procuring a milk crate to provide temporary shelter for the squirrel. With determination, they reached out to friends and family, seeking guidance on how to best assist the distressed creature. After several failed attempts to find help, fate led them to Dr. Melanie Egan, the compassionate owner of the St. George Veterinary Clinic. A phone call from one of the boys' mothers connected them with Dr. Egan, who readily offered her assistance. Without hesitation, the group embarked on a 21-mile journey to transport the fragile squirrel to the clinic, hopeful that Dr. Egan could save its life. Upon arrival, Dr. Egan was taken aback by the squirrel's condition. Nearly motionless, its mouth and nostrils obstructed by the hardened foam, it struggled to breathe. With meticulous care, Dr. Egan sedated the squirrel, preparing for a delicate rescue operation. Armed with rubbing alcohol and a flea comb, she painstakingly freed the creature from its confining prison, inch by inch. After an hour of painstaking effort, the squirrel was finally liberated from its foam insulation encasement. Though bearing patches of lost fur and abrasions, it emerged from the ordeal remarkably intact. Drained but determined, Dr. Egan marveled at the squirrel's resilience and watched as it drifted into a peaceful slumber. As dawn broke, the squirrel stirred, infused with newfound vigor. It was time to return this resilient creature to its natural habitat. With a heart full of gratitude, Dr. Egan bid farewell to the squirrel, releasing it back into the embrace of nature. With a joyful leap, the squirrel scampered up a tree, reveling in its newfound freedom and restored health. Dr. Egan couldn't help but reflect on the pivotal role played by Jaden and Aiden. Their compassion and quick thinking had saved a life that might otherwise have been lost. Their selfless act of kindness inspired the community, uniting them in the shared belief that even the smallest acts of compassion can make a profound difference. The extraordinary rescue of the foam-covered squirrel quickly became a local legend, spreading throughout the community of St. Andrews. Jaden and Aiden were hailed as heroes, their stories serving as a poignant reminder of the power of empathy and kindness. As time passed, the memory of the foam-covered squirrel faded, but the lesson it imparted remained deeply ingrained in the hearts of those who witnessed its rescue. It stood as a testament to the indomitable spirit of compassion, reminding us all of the profound impact we can have when we choose to extend a helping hand to those in need.